Hello everybody, it's Jen, Scrapbena Creations. Welcome to the Hedgehog Hollow Hop. I'll tell you a little bit more about the hop here once I show you the products that I'm going to be using to make this card. So I grabbed out all of my stamps that had hedgehogs in it. I'm using Lawn Fawn and Neat and Tangled Jump for Joy stamp sets. I'm using the little hedgehog from Woodland Buddies by Not Too Shabby, and our little hedgehog friend here in the I Choose You stamp set by Simon Says Stamp. I also brought in MFT's Birthday Chicks for some of the accessories, as well as Lawn Fawn Wild About You for the little party hats. I'm not sure that I've made a card before with this many different stamp sets, but it was a lot of fun to put together. So I'm so glad that you could join us on the hop for a chance to win 2 prizes donated by Hedgehog Hollow. For more information on that, make sure to expand the description box below so you can see how to enter for the amazing prizes that are up for grabs today. And don't forget to subscribe to any new folks you may not have seen before on the hop if you like their creations. And if you're so inclined, it's always nice to get a thumbs up and show some love by leaving a comment in the description below. So as you may have guessed, the theme for this hop is hedgehogs, seeing we're celebrating the birthday of Hedgehog Hollow. The color palette that I've chosen for today includes some aqua teal colors, some pinks, and some purples to color up all the little accents for our little party hedgehogs here, as well as for the cupcakes. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I colored the little party hats, the balloon, and the cupcake. Once we get to the hedgehogs, I will only color one just to kind of show you how I did that. I did use the same colors for all of the hedgehogs. So my favorite pink combination, if you've watched me for a while, you will be able to recite this probably, but it's R89, R85, R83, and R81. For the aquas that I'm using today, I'm using BG18 as my darkest color. My darkest midtone is the BG13, my lightest midtone is the BG11, and then I will use the BG10 as my lightest color. So you can see here what I'm doing is just mapping out the areas that I want shading in first with my lightest marker, then I come in with the darkest and blend that out with the 2 midtones, and then back with my lightest marker. This is pretty much my favorite way of coloring now. I find I get the best blend with this, and it doesn't oversaturate the paper, and it also leaves, well, it's not leaves, but it lends well to a really good blend. So you can see here I'm just filling in some more of the party hats here with the teals. Once I get that done, I'll move on to the purple colors. Just going to fix up where I went out of the lines here a little bit with my colorless blender. I am using my chisel tip, and for that I find that that gives the best results. So for the purples, I'm going to be doing a 3 color blend. My darkest is the V09, and my midtone the V17, and my lightest the V15. I find that those 3 colors blend well together in the purple family and gives a nice contrast with only 3 colors. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow to our candles. I'm using Y38 and Y13, I believe, for that. I'll color up my cupcake here. I'm going to use the E13, and then I believe I'm just using the E27 and the E25 to color up the cupcake. I will bring in the other markers here for my hedgehog. I'm going to color up this little one to the top right just to show you how to kind of map out your darkest shades and the rest of your coloring for these little hedgehogs. So I'm putting the darkest color around where his fur is touching his body. I'm not sure actually if it's considered fur or hair on a hedgehog. And I am going to do a little bit of a flicking motion. I do want to see some lines here so that it looks like hair. And I'll just keep pulling that out with each of the colors that I have there, right down to the E13. Now, I realize a 5-color blend here is quite a bit, but I really wanted to get that definition for our little hedgie. For the body, I'm going to use E35, E53, and E51. So I just went ahead and colored his body with the E51. Now I'm coming in with the E35 around where his hair or fur or whatever you call it meets his body, underneath his neck and arms. And then I'll blend that out with the E53 and lastly the E51 again. I did want to give him a little bit of rosy cheeks, and now we'll move on to creating the card. So I wanted to do something a little bit different than just kind of an outdoor scene with our little hedgehogs. I find lately I've been doing a lot of scene cards with a cloudy sky and a grass border, and so I thought I would attempt something different. Let me know if you like this kind of background. This stencil is the Wavy Grid stencil by Altenew. And I'm using some of my Distress Oxides here with my makeup brush. So I'm using Seedless Preserves, Worn Lipstick, and Peacock Feathers. These colors match the colors that I used with my Copics very well, except for the Seedless Preserves. I needed something a bit darker. So I ended up trading that out for the Dusty Concord. And I'm going to go back over that here. I'm just dabbing it off on a piece of laminated cardstock. You saw that in the screen before, however, I just kind of had it over to the side. Once I get my background done, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment using my Versafine Clair. And the sentiment from the MFT Birthday Chicks reads, "Yay, yay, yay, it's your birthday," which is adorable. And so I really love that stamp set. I am going to heat emboss this with some clear embossing powder. And then once I get that done, I'll start creating the little scene here. So I am going to adhere this down to my card base. I'm using some liquid glue. I use the Art Glitter Glue. This is a new to me glue and I'm absolutely loving it. I did purchase the metal tip, which I find is fantastic. And here I'm just showing you that I managed to somehow get my whole hand inked up from the ink pad. So I'm just going to fix this up using my white eraser and my sand eraser. And most of that comes right off. So if you catch the Versafine ink quickly, you are able to pick it up. I did not want to start over on this card, seeing I'd already put so much time into it. So I am going to pop up some of my little critters here on some fun foam, and I have these little guys situated here on the bottom with the birthday cupcake, and again that is from the Birthday Chicks by MFT. So the little hedgehog there right over top of the cupcakes is the one from I Choose You by Simon Says Stamp. And then the one here to the farthest right is from Not Too Shabby, the Woodland Buddies. I will have all of the products listed below in case you want to see things up close and get more details. I'm going to put this little hedgehog right on top of our little hedgehog friend near the cupcake. That is the Neat and Tangled hedgehog. I'm going to give him a little party hat as well. And the final hedgehog I'm going to have floating up in the sky with a little balloon. I thought this would just finish out the scene really nicely and draw attention up to the sentiment. And that little hedgehog is our Lawn Fawn hedgehog from the Jump for Joy set. I'm going to get him placed on, and I'm going to just add his little birthday hat. I'm going to do some detailing here. I'm bringing out my white Signo gel pen. If you look at a picture of a hedgehog, they have little white tips. So I'm just doing a very light flicking motion here. I'm going to do this on all of the hedgehogs I'm going to do it quite randomly just so it looks natural, but it really brings them to life. I'm also adding some highlights to the balloon and the party hats, and I will add a little bit of a highlight to the cupcake as well. But you can see here I'm just touching the paper lightly with my pen to make these little marks, and no rhyme or reason, just trying to make it look cute here so that you can tell that there's the little white dimension at the top of their hair or fur. Maybe on this hop, when I watch the other creations, I'll learn if it's actually hair or fur on a hedgehog. For the final touch here, I'm just going to add some black glaze pen for the eyes and the noses. The glaze pen gives a raised effect, and I love how it makes the noses and the eyes pop. I am going to add a little bit of grounding to the bottom of our characters here and the cupcake, just so that they look like they're not floating like our little friend with the balloon. So I'm going to use C3, C1, and C00 to just add the little bit of shadow underneath them. To finish off the card, I'm going to stamp the sentiment that says "Sending Hedgehogs" on the inside. That's from the Simon Says stamp set. And that will do it for today. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the hop, and good luck with winning the amazing 2 prizes that are up for grabs. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye.